Hello, fellow potheads. Today I'm going to make Instant Pot wild rice with chicken. It's a creamy, delicious recipe that I got from simplyhappyfoodie.com, and the credit goes to Sandy Clifton for coming up with it. I've prepared the ingredients ahead of time. I have duck bacon, which I got from a friend. I helped him move some stuff and he gave me this package of bacon and sausage imported all the way from New York. And I have the garlic, butter and thyme and bay leaf, and mushrooms and wild rice and rosemary. I got the rosemary from the sprig, and then I've also pre-chopped the carrots and celery and onions, and of course 4 cups of chicken broth ready to go. So the first thing we want to do is saute the bacon. So I'm going to turn on saute and add the bacon to the pot. It smells delicious. It smells earthier than your normal bacon. It's getting there. I think it's almost done. I think this bacon is pretty lean, so I'm not going to have to worry about spooning out extra fat. Now, I'm going to add the onions, celery, and carrots and let them cook for a minute or two. When my pot starts to spin, I just hold it with my fingers. It's not hot enough to be a problem. Now that the celery, onions, and carrots have cooked for a bit with the bacon, I'm going to add the butter, the thyme, and the bay leaf. While this is sauteing, I'm going to get the chicken breast out of the freezer. Now it's time to add the garlic. Once the garlic cooks in for a bit, I'm going to add the broth. Steamy and delicious. It smells great. Too bad you can't smell it. Now for the mushrooms, wild rice, and rosemary. The nice thing about preparing this stuff ahead of time is you can read the directions and put the stuff that goes together in the same container. Now I'm going to add the cream. I'm using lactose-free half and half. A little salt and pepper. We're not big users of salt and pepper here because kidneys. Mix it up. Ooh, it's looking creamy. Throw in my frozen chicken breast. I'm supposed to submerge them in the broth. I got one too many chicken breasts. That wouldn't be the first time I overdid it. Now we cancel the saute. We put the lid on. Make sure that the top is in the sealed position. Select the pressure cook for 35 minutes. Your pot will take time to come to pressure. Several minutes after the pin seals, the timer starts to count down from the time you set. When the timer reaches 0, pressure is turned off and warming takes over. The timer begins counting up. This is the natural pressure release time. This recipe calls for 15 minutes of natural pressure release. Now we can quick release the rest of the pressure. I've mixed together the 1/4 cup of flour and the 3/4 of a cup of half and half. The pin is dropped, so I can take the lid off. Now I'm going to remove the chicken and put it in this bowl. It's already pretty thick. Now I mix in the cream and flour. The Instant Pot is still on warm, so there's still heat being applied. Now I'm going to take the chicken and shred it with my hand mixer. With the chicken shredded, I add it back to the pot. Oh, now that it's all mixed together, now I'm just going to let it sit on the heat for a bit. Time to give my sous chef a bowl to clean. We're gonna try a little taste. You taste the rosemary? Can you taste the duck bacon?
Oh. Yeah. It's kind of good.
Yeah, it's kind of exotic, isn't it? 1, 2, 3. How's the soup?
The soup is great! Better than mine.